Next, we will continue with audit planning, which is audit documentation. Audit documentation is the principal record of auditing procedure, applied evidence obtained, and conclusions reached by the auditor in the engagement. Next, we will look into the purpose of audit documentation. The first one is for a basis for planning the audit. Next, a record of the evidence accumulated and the result of the test. Third one is data for determining the proper type of audit report. And the last one is a basis for review by supervisors and partners.
Next is confidentiality of audit file. During the course of the audit, auditors obtain a considerable amounts of information of a confidential nature, including officer salary, product pricing and advertising plans, and product cost data.
Confidentiality of audit files. Security Commission rules require public company auditors to maintain the following documentation. Firstly, working papers or other documents that form the basis for the audit of the company's annual financial statements or review of the company's quarterly financial statements. Next, memos, correspondence, communications, other documents and records, including electronic records related to the audit or review. Moreover, ownership of audit files. Audit documentation prepared during the engagement, including schedules prepared by the client for the auditor, is the property of the auditor. Besides, the circumstances where professional accountants are required to disclose confidential information are: A. Disclosure is permitted by law and is authorized by the client or the employer. B. Disclosure is required by law, for example, firstly, production of documents or other provision of evidence in the course of legal proceeding. Secondly, disclosure to the appropriate public authorities of infringements of the law that comes to light. Apart from that, there is a professional duty or right to disclose when not prohibited by law. Firstly, to comply with the quality review of the institute. Secondly, to respond to an inquiry or investigation by the institute's investigation committee or disciplinary committee or any other regulatory body. Thirdly, to protect the professional interests of a professional accountant in legal proceedings. Fourthly, or lastly, to comply with technical standards and ethics requirements.
In deciding whether to disclose confidential information, relevant factors to consider include: A. The interests of all parties, including third parties whose interests may be affected, could be harmed if the client or employer consents to the disclosure of information by the professional accountant. B. All the relevant information is known and substantiated to the extent it is practicable when the situation involves unsubstantiated facts, incomplete information or unsubstantiated conclusions. Professional judgment shall be used in determining the type of disclosure to be made. C. The type of communication that is expected and to whom it is addressed. E. Whether the parties to whom the communication is addressed are appropriate recipients.
Now we will talk about current files. The current files include all audit documentation applicable to the year under audit. There is one set of permanent files for the client and a set of current files for each year. The following are types of information often included in the current file. Types of info included in current files. The first one is audit program. Audit program is ordinarily maintained in a separate file to improve the coordination and integration of all parts of the audit. The second one is general information. Some audit files include current period information of a general nature rather than evidence designed to support financial statement amounts. The last one is working trial balance. As early as possible after the balance sheet date, the auditor obtains or prepares a listing of the general ledger accounts and their year-end balances. So that's all from us. Thank you.